Hey team, it's James from Time Quarterly with a very special video. This is the limited edition Nodus Matic, a collaboration between Nodus and the Matick Blog. Only 2 of these watches exist in the world at the time of recording, so let's jump into the world's first review of the Matic. Quick background on the 2 parties involved here. Nodus Watches exploded onto the indie watch scene in 2017. They are designed and assembled in Los Angeles, and in under 3 years have developed a cult following for their now 5 different watch models. The TheMatick.Blog is the brainchild of 4 Malaysian law grads who wanted a place to share their passion for watches. They review a wide scope of pieces on their website and host meetups for collectors in Malaysia with the ethos time well spent, life well lived. With that said, let's get into the watch itself. So first off, let's talk about the dial. This is my first gilt dial watch, and wow, I now understand why people get so hype about these. The deep black contrasts with the shimmering gold and really holds your attention. Legibility, of course, is a massive factor for any dive watch, and I love the way that these flared gold edge hands catch the light. It's just awesome. To mark the collaboration, the dial is double stamped with a shiny gold Nodus logo and matte text at the top, and at the bottom, red Avalon text adds a pop of color to the gilt dial, nicely balanced by the gray Matick stamp. There is an option for a stainless steel bezel, but I chose ceramic as I think it looks slick in this blue-gray color. And if you take a closer look, there's cross texturing on the side for increased grip and aesthetics. When we look at the case of the watch itself, we can see a few different design clues. There's a bit of Seiko here for sure, which is a great starting point. They've also added on that with some Omega factors. So this matte brushed kind of effect here on the underside of the case merges into a polish, which then merges back into a matte brushed. That was inspired by Omega, and it took the team many months to perfect. The lume on this watch is really incredible. Nodus describes it as a nuclear luminous application, and it's hard not to agree. The hours, hour indices, and every marker on the bezel combine for a truly impressive light show after dark. The screw-down crown is located at 4 o'clock, allowing for an impressive 300-meter water resistance. I'm a big fan of logos on crowns, and the Matic doesn't disappoint. The watch itself is powered by the bulletproof Miyota 9039 movement, guaranteeing reliability and accuracy. While the case is 43.5 millimeters, the bracelet is 20 mil. It's an interesting design choice, which it goes against the traditional divide by 2 method. This makes the watch wear smaller while making it seem heftier. The bracelet is flexible and comfortable. For reference, my wrist is 18 centimeters. I took out 2 links and went on the 4th clasp setting to get the perfect fit. The clasp itself, smooth and satisfying mechanism. It's got 2 pushes here, which you just deploy the clasp with. Very satisfying clicks to go with that, which I like a lot. Regularly when buying a new piece, I'll take the watch out and everything else goes in a drawer, never to be seen again. So it's quite refreshing to find a high quality mini watch roll included with this Matick piece. It reminds me of the army canvas here with kind of olive green matte texture. It's really nice, good quality piece, which I'll definitely be using going forward. Your watch obviously in the first slot, the second slot, it holds your warranty card. It holds your Nodus branded dust cloth. And a really interesting revelation to me was to find that it's got your 4-position time regulation card, which just tells you exactly how many seconds the movement is going to gain or lose per position, which is a really nice feature. I've never seen this before and I really like it. Building on from the double stamped dial, the Caseback tells more of the collaboration story, featuring Nodus x TheMatick.Blog. Marshall himself penned the signature you see used here, taking a week of practice to get it just perfect. The sword featured here is arguably the most famous sword in the world, Excalibur. Those well versed in the history of legend may know that Avalon is a mythical island where King Arthur's famous sword was forged. I love the storytelling aspect of this watch. Time well spent, life well lived is the Matick Blog's mantra, and one I think we can all get behind. Lastly, the edition number out of 30 is listed, and then designed and assembled in Los Angeles is on the outer ring. For the price point of $650, I'm truly impressed with how this watch looks and feels. It's weighty, the bezel is hard wearing, turning it is an intentional action. The clasp is sturdy and the screw down crown is solid. Everything here feels like it's made to last. Legibility is off the charts and the lume is genuinely out of this world. This is Nodus's first collaboration piece, a physical representation of how watches can bring people together. Marshall was one of the first friends that I gained who was obsessed with watches, and I just couldn't be happier for him and his team. This piece is the perfect display of what good energy the watch industry can produce. For more info on Nodus and the Matick blog, links are in the description. Follow Time Quarterly on Instagram for ongoing wrist shots of this piece, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, team.